Over the last 2 years, I have been on the search for the perfect t-shirt. I have spent everything from $20 all the way up to nearly $200, and today I'm gonna show you what I learned. Welcome to my channel. My name is James and I like clothes and well-made things, and today we're gonna talk about t-shirts. I'm gonna start off with the lowest price t-shirt first, and then what we're gonna do is move our way up to the most expensive, and then at the end, I'm gonna give you my overall, like what I dislike, value for money, and then something that I would completely stay away from. But let's get into the t-shirts. This is just your classic Carhartt pocket tee. It is a 6.75 ounce, 100% cotton. Almost all of my t-shirts that I have, I'm either a medium, a large, or an extra large. So this is the first one where I'm a small. If you are looking for like a mow the lawn, kind of just wear every day, kind of throw around and just do whatever, you can't go wrong with this. I think the color on this is cool because I want it to age and kind of get gray and get faded and just look really beat up. This is a t-shirt that I think will look better after like the 10th or 15th wear, and that's kind of why I got it. For 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. You get the logo, you get the hits, everything about this I think is perfect for what it is. Coming in at $25 is the Supima cotton t-shirt by Uniqlo. I've literally had this t-shirt for 5 years. I got this in 2019. I don't treat it anything better. I wash it, I hang dry it, and it's been holding up well. I haven't had any issues with the collar at all. I love the way that the arms fit on it. The Supima cotton is surprisingly holding up well. There is some pilling, but this is a t-shirt that I've literally worn for almost 4 years. For 25 bucks, this is kind of like, for me, your point of entry as far as a t-shirt goes. This is gonna be something that your value for money is probably gonna be the best point, and you really can't go wrong with the fit and the size and things of that nature. Bronson MFG heavyweight kind of tubular athletic tee. So I think at $29, you really can't beat this. Really nice fitting. You're starting to see where the collar becomes a bit more robust. You're seeing a fold over kind of 2-layer collar, and then you're starting to get that heavier weight. This is a 10.5 ounce ring spun cotton, so you're not gonna notice any of the seams on this. I've washed this probably 10 or 12 times. I wash it just traditionally cycle wash, and it's holding up well. This is the weird part though. Just like I was saying with my Carhartt shirt, this is an extra large. If you're wearing Bronson MFG, you're gonna wanna go big because they fit way smaller. It's such a weird kind of situation when you're buying a small in Carhartt and then you're buying a extra large in another brand. But this is probably my go-to t-shirt when it comes to just wearing and throwing on. The crop on it is nice. It's short without feeling like a crop top, but it's long enough where you feel like you can wear it with a pair of jeans or just a nice pair of chinos or something like that. This is not a t-shirt that I would necessarily be able to tuck in. I think it is a bit too short for that. But overall, like the fit on my body, the weight on it, and it's holding up pretty well. The shrinkage for me was very minimal, and it may be in a good way where it kind of tightened up in areas where I wanted it to be, but loosened up in other areas. Overall, this is a very good t-shirt, and for $29, I don't know how they actually hit that price point, but really good, can't go wrong with this. Moving up market with Bronson MFG, we are going into the 1940s Slub cotton t-shirt. This one is just under $40. It's a 7.8 ounce Slub cotton. You'll notice that it is in this kind of light cream color, gives it a very 1940s vintage US Navy feel, and it is 100% US cotton. This is a t-shirt to me is obviously a bit more slimming. You'll notice that the arm itself is going to be a little bit shorter and it is a bit longer. This is a shirt where I would feel comfortable tucking in. I would wear it with like just classic denim and you'd be fine with this. It's a great tucked in tee. After about 7 or 8 washes, you're starting to see it kind of pilling, and I don't necessarily think that is something that I love, especially at this price point. I think when you're buying something, you always have to weigh what is your value and where you feel that value is. Sometimes it's story, sometimes it's the organic material, sometimes it's just I need a t-shirt that I'm gonna beat up and I don't really care how it feels. I think Bronson MFG is the perfect example of that. You're getting good quality, but you're not really getting a name, you're not really getting a story, you're not really getting like organic materials. Overall, I think it's a good t-shirt. I have no complaints with it. This is a Velva Sheen Made in America tube knit t-shirt. These run 2 for $100, so I'm gonna value this at 50 bucks. This t-shirt is probably my go-to t-shirt. I love how tight the neck is on it. It is just a classic kind of folded collar. There's not a lot to it, and this is to me like the perfect tight fitting, good in the arms. It's slightly long in the arms, which I actually like. I find myself really appreciating how collars on shirts are tight. Some people like a looser one where they can wear a necklace or they can have like a looser fit. This is not gonna be a loop wheel, but it is a tubular knit, so you're not getting the seams on the side. My only qualm with this t-shirt right now is it is by far my longest t-shirt. Like I've been saying, I am 5'8", 178 pounds. I'm on a little bit of a weight loss journey. And this t-shirt is, for me, probably 4 inches too long. This is the perfect t-shirt if you are a person that is a little bit long, a little bit thin, and you want something that is gonna fit very, very well. For me, I wear this tucked in. I think it goes well with a lot of the clothing that I buy, and I just like the fit, I like the look. I think it's overall just a great t-shirt. Moving slightly up market again to $55, this is the Buck Mason Field-spec cotton tee. This one is one of the only cotton tees that Buck Mason makes that is not made in America. I believe this one is made in like Indonesia as well, but this is the one that I chose because it is their heaviest weight tee. It's a 310 GSM t-shirt, and I love the feel of it. This is a t-shirt that almost feels more like a sweater than it does a t-shirt, almost like a French terry in a way, but it's like light enough and airy enough that I could wear this in 90 degrees and be completely fine. It's an American made company. It's got a great fit to it. It feels premium in every way. As far as washes go, it's not pilling. There's no issues with it there. I love the length on it. Again, it fits very similar to the Bronson MFG heavyweight tee with a little bit more of a premium kind of feel, less t-shirt feel and more of like a nice like knit feel. And it comes in a million different colors. I believe you can get it in black, white, blue, all these different colors. Buck Mason to me, I think is just really doing well of like really well-made, good basics. I got this t-shirt in a medium, and I think right now this is a perfect t-shirt for me and my size. If I wanted to go more of a looser boxer fit, I could have easily gone with a large. It's gonna get bigger in every way, so if I went with a large, I could do an oversized, more of a streetwear fit. I like my t-shirts to be a little bit more form-fitting, and I think this is a great option for this. The collar itself is, again, that nice thick feel where you can tell where it's a double collar. Overall, just a really great t-shirt. To $65, this is the Lady White Co. This one is called the Clark tee. However, I don't believe they make this one anymore. I have had this since early 2021 and it's been awesome. This is a t-shirt that I literally beat the heck out of. I've dried it, I've washed it, I've put everything to it. I went with a large in this and I'm very happy with it. I think it's a great t-shirt. It's not necessarily my favorite tee. This is where you're starting to see that collar, like I was telling. I don't like how loose a collar would be on this. I prefer it to be a bit closer to the body. However, this is probably the best wearing t-shirt as far as like how it breaks in. I can see the fading around the seams. I can feel the softness on it, and I haven't had any issues with it like ripping or pilling. The material, it's 100% cotton. Lady White does all their stuff in America. I think the t-shirt itself is great. It is, again, another tubular knit tee. It's not going to be loop wheeled, but I think for me, like, this is probably the best aging t-shirt. It's just overall the fit of it is not something that I necessarily love. I wish it had a little bit of a tighter collar, and I have probably worn this 100 times and it's got probably, I don't know, 80 washes. I might have gone with a medium. However, the tough part with shirts like this is I always feel like I'm in between the size. It's like certain brands, I'm either a large, certain brands I'm a medium, but sometimes I'm like right in that in between where I want it to be a little bit looser. Let me know in the comments if you like the way this looks on it. The pocket I think is so cool. It's just not necessarily my favorite thing right now. Now we're getting into the heavy hitters. This is the Merz Schwanen 1950s cut tee. This is the t-shirt that has everything. It's just more along the lines of if you like the fit or if you're willing to pay the money. This t-shirt itself is $70. I went with a large in this. It is a 5.5 ounce organic cotton made in Germany, and it is a fully loop wheeled t-shirt. If you're not familiar with loop wheeling, or if you're not familiar with Merz Schwanen, I did a whole video on this shirt and you'll get all the information that you need. I really like this t-shirt. I think it is checking a lot of the boxes. The collar itself is slightly looser than what I prefer. But overall, the fit is gonna be good. The look of it is good. This is the t-shirt for me that fits my body from a length standpoint perfectly. It's right at the hips of where I want the length to be. Really nothing that I can say wrong about it outside of, again, I kind of feel like I'm in this in between where you get an XL and it feels a little bit loose, and then you get a large and it feels a little bit small. And that's where for me, I get a little bit concerned. But overall, I would like this to be slightly looser on me, but it's a great t-shirt. There's really no complaints from how Mersby is making their stuff, their name, the history, the heritage, the quality of their product. It's just a matter of what the fit feels for me. And this is just kind of there. It's like 8/10 of where I'd want it to be, but not exactly where I want it to be, and especially on that price. The Double RL Jersey crew neck t-shirt. This is a $75 t-shirt. Like I was saying with most brands, you have to choose what you're paying for. With this, you are paying for the fact that it's Double RL. This t-shirt was my favorite t-shirt for a really long time. However, I was like Double RL pilled or something like that. This is not worth the price. The length is nice, the fit is good, the quality of it is I've been wearing this t-shirt for 2 years, and I mean, there's like holes on the arm from it like ripping. Not worth the price. I mean, if you're looking for the name and you like are a big Double RL fan, then go ahead and get it. Like, I'm not gonna tell you what to buy with your clothing. It's just, when I compare it to a Mersby Schwanen tee, which is like connecting on every level, it's hard to justify this. Like, if you're gonna choose between them, this is not a t-shirt that you should buy. Unless you've got disposable income and you love Double RL, don't get me wrong, like there are some pieces that I know I'm paying way more than I should, but I love it and the quality is relatively good. The only cool thing about this is the chain stitched RRL on the side, and it's like that's kind of its own flex. However, not a t-shirt for me. Not something I think is worth the purchase at this price. I would rather save my money and get something different. I don't know anything about where it's from. I don't know the type of cotton that it is. I don't really know much about it. Let's get on to the next t-shirt. Proof 72-hour merino t-shirt. This one is $78 and it is entirely too small for me. I needed to go up to a large. However, this is an amazing t-shirt. This is my athletic-esque t-shirt. This is a t-shirt that I wear for going to the gym. I will wear if I'm cycling, things of that nature. If it were the right size for me, I would wear it casually too, because it has that slubby cotton feel, very similar to how I would wear the 1940s Bronson MFG. However, it is way too small for me right now. And then the collar itself is really nice. The color I think is really great. They do an original fit and then a slim fit. This is the original fit in a medium. I need to get a large. I will eventually upgrade this and get the large. However, this is a nice t-shirt for your traveling. If you need a good base layer, if it's winter and things of that nature. I have now spent over $100 on this t-shirt. This is the Mersby Schwanen 215. This is the t-shirt that Carmi wore in the Bear. And again, this is kind of that weird situation where this t-shirt was $110, $105. This is a t-shirt that you can't really fault any of the stuff. It's organic cotton, it's undyed, it's loop-wheeled, made in Germany, 8.6 ounces. The weight on it is nice, the feel on it is good. This is definitely a lighter feel than the Mersby or the Buck Mason. However, it does have a substantial feel to it. The only thing that's weird about it is this is the XL. And like I was saying in the previous Mersby shirt, I feel like sometimes I'm between sizes. I know this probably doesn't look big. However, again, the collar just is a little bit looser than I like. This is obviously a t-shirt that is going to age extremely well. There's really no issues with it from a history, an organic, a cotton feel. You're just gonna choose what you like about t-shirts, whether you want to buy the name, whether you want to buy the organic material, whether you want to buy all that stuff. You're starting to see the texture and like the unevenness of the knit, which I think is really cool. And as I wear it, it does break in and starting to get a lot nicer with age. I just don't know whether I can wear a large or I should wear the extra large. You really can't go wrong. It's just finding the fit that fits you properly. The length is nice. I like the look of it. You could not tuck this in just like the other Mersby tee. So if you are tall, this is probably not the type of t-shirt for you. Again, I'm 5'8", 178, 80 pounds. And If I were 5'11" or if I were 6 feet, this t-shirt would probably be too short for me. And so that's something to think about as well. I mean, if this is the fit that you like and this is the worth that you like, you really can't go wrong with it either. This is the Samurai Zero Cotton t-shirt. And this t-shirt has pretty much everything. So it is a 16-ounce fabric. Take that with a grain of salt. You have GSMs and you have 16 ounces. It feels heavy, but it's not, doesn't feel 16 ounces heavy. It's not like a 16-ounce denim heavy. This is not a Loopwheeled t-shirt. It has the side seams. The collar on it, again, I really like the tightness of the collar. So I think this is something that fits really well for me. I like the fact that it has got like a looseness to it, but also a tightness as well. With this, you're paying not necessarily for the construction of it. The construction of it is going to be amazing. At $180, there's really not going to be anything that is not amazing about it. But what you're paying for is the fact that Samurai actually grew their cotton. They bought a farm in Japan and they've been growing their cotton for the last 10 years. And they used this grown cotton to make this t-shirt. And the dyeing method on this is really crazy as well. They used black chestnuts and they actually kept all of the seeds in it too. So it has like an amazing texture, has a really great fit. But this is an extra large. I think it fits me well. It is very long, but with this t-shirt, I'm okay with it being a bit long because I'm not wearing this as a t-shirt. Like I'm wearing this with like chinos tucked in. It is always going to be tucked in for me. This is like my statement piece and everything else is taking a step back. I think it's a really cool t-shirt. Whether you want to spend the money or not is between you and your wallet. Really, really cool processes. Everything about it is just kind of cool. However, is that worth it to you? Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of everything. My favorite t-shirt. I would go as far as saying it's the Buck Mason Field-spec tee. To me, that's the t-shirt that I could buy. I could buy a few of them and I just constantly wear and I would just have fun with. And I think it's everything that I need it to be and worth the money. Really, really nice. To me, the best value t-shirt is going to be the Uniqlo U Supima cotton. It's an American cotton. The fit on it is nice. It wears really, really well. If you're looking for a t-shirt to build a wardrobe and you're just looking for basic t-shirts, you really can't go wrong with that. And then in regards to the best tee, it's probably gonna be a tie between a Merz tee and then the Samurai tee. I think you gotta choose what you think is the best version for that. For me, I like the dyeing methods and I like the kind of organic cotton and the single farm that does all that stuff. That's something to me that is more exciting, but I wouldn't say that the Merz t-shirts are any less nice or anything like that. And then the t-shirt that I probably would never buy again is gonna be the Double RL. If you like it, get it. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. All of them are fun to wear. I've worn all of them. They're t-shirts that I'm not gonna throw away, but if I were re-ing up, this is the kind of process that I would go with. And that's my t-shirt collection. Make sure you like and comment. If you have a t-shirt that you think I should try out and something that is better than what or whatever, let's keep this conversation open. This is not a destination, but more of a journey. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I really appreciate everybody coming and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.